Well, hello there everybody, this is ATrueNerd here, and today I am going to start programming a quick Pong game. I haven't played around GameMaker for a while, so, I may as well, that's why I'm just going to play around with a Pong game. Hey, maybe it'll be educational for somebody, maybe they'll find it interesting. Who knows? Other than that, I don't know. Let me just see here. See, I'm going to set up my scenes here so you can see what's going on. And I should be okay there. Just see what happens. Yeah. So, I guess first things first, let's start with how big we're going to make this room. Let's create a room. It's a little big. And you know what? I like pixely stuff. So I'm going to go, okay, first off, I'm going to go like this. Room main. And I'm going to make this 320 by 200. Let's go 60 frames a second. We'll do that. That makes more sense in this case. Clear display buffer, persistent. No, I don't want a persistent room. No psychics allowed. View. Okay, so we do need to screw with her view. So what I'm going to do is visible when the room starts. Okay, port on screen. I'm going to view at 320 by 200. Now I'm going to choose something. I could go 960 by 600. That might work. 640 by 400. That would work. Just you can see the natural size on the screen here. Be a little small, right, on anything. You can, because I'm going to actually, something I should say is I'm going to actually go like this. Here we go. Putmol 5. So, it's something I will have to look up. But I'm just going to go, for now, 640 by 400. And it's always going to be that way. Let's see here. You know what, we could... Yeah, I'm just going to leave it like that. Let's see. You can fuck around with the settings and everything like that. Let's put the color to black. No, let's go blue. A nice skyish blue. Let's go to find custom colors. Just gonna kind of, yeah, like that right there. Kind of skyish-ish. Obviously, visible when the room starts. Oh no, that's only, I don't have a background image. Don't want to play with that, around with that. Okay, I think we're golden. Creation code, I don't have any yet. Okay, so we got a room called room main, and it's just a blank room with nothing in it. So let's create some sprites. Now I do need two paddles, so I'm going to go sprite, paddle. I'm going to go AI paddle. So I'm going to make him red. I'm going to go create or new, and I'm going to go width of 8 by, I think 32 should be good. And we're going to go like so. I'm just going to go like this. I'm going to make, just so it's visible along the top, and let's put a grid on. Go like so. I'm going to make it look a little bit rounded. Just a tad. And blue in this case is my, for some reason, is my background color or transparent color. So I'm going to make him kind of red. Fill it in that way. Okay. And now I'm good. I'm golden. I'm going to make his front end. I'm going to make the front end at 7 and Y at 16. or maybe 15. 15, yeah, that's about right. That's about halfway through. So, where are we? We are divided directly in half, and that's perfect. Precise collision checking, nope, we don't need that. We will go like this. Now let's duplicate it. I'm going to call it sprite player paddle. So we're happy, go lucky there. In this case, I'm going to go 0. I'm going to make it on the right hand side. So our player is going to sit on the right hand side. So let's go like that. Precise collision checking. Nope. Oh, one thing. Let's make it different. Let's make him something that stands out but looks nice. A dark blue. No, he's got to stand out. So go green. Bright green. There we go. And he looks happy. That's perfect. Okay. Now we need a ball. Now you might be wondering why I put, a lot of people don't put identifiers ahead of, their object titles, but I like to differentiate between the ball, the object, ball, the sprite, ball, the background. So I always give them a name or an object name or sprite name. So SPR underscore ball, or for an object I go object. So OBJ underscore ball. So in all those situations, I'm always, happy-go-lucky. So let's edit the sprite. Let's new. We'll go 8x8. We don't need to make this too challenging. What we will do, I want the outside to stand out. So edit, undo. Let's make the inside of the ball yellow. Okay. Now I'm going to set my length. Let's go. Animation, set length. I'm going to do 2 frames. So it's flashy. Let's go, let's fill it with red. Okay. Let's see a preview. Let's see what it looks like at 60 frames a second. Yeah, it's kind of. I might slow it down, the actual object. We'll see. So let's make an object. Let's create an object. I'm gonna create an object. It's gonna be called object ball, and I'm gonna go like so. It is visible. I'm gonna make it show up on top of stuff or alongside. So depths are always. So if I have a higher number depth, it sinks down, right? So a negative number will bring it towards the top, towards you, the viewer. Okay, and that basically controls the draw order via the painter's algorithm. So let's add an event. Let's create, and let's I'm going to slow it down to 0.25. So it's going to animate much slower than. Let's just take a look. I'm going to put a ball in here. We got an object. Let's put a couple balls. Let's just see what it looks like. Let's see. I want to take a look here first, though. HTML5 graphics. I don't like interpolating color between pixels because I want it pixely. Allow switching to full screen. Sure. Auto detect. Keep aspect ratio full scale. Okay. General. For now, we'll just use the standard stuff. Use splash screen. I'll put debug to console. Display the cursor. That's fine. Social. I suppose I could use that. I have no idea how as yet, but we'll see. Not that I'm going to use it for this game. Let's. Oh, don't press the play button. That's like Steam Play mode. You can play other people's games. That's actually something. It's kind of fun to go look at other people's games. To be honest with you, I quite enjoy it. So. Oh. So. Here we go. And you can see I've slowed down the animation. So. But. Okay, maybe I'm going to move it over here. Hang on. Oh, you can see the Hall of Mirrors. Okay. We'll leave that browser open. It'll pop up when I need it. So. Whenever I need it. Man, I've got a little bad cold. I don't know why. I should have a drink here. Okay. So first things first, I'm going to do this. I'm going to edit my spread. No, edit the origin. Right for the center. That's perfect. It's actually a little bit past the center. It should be 3x3. As far as I'm concerned. So I guess you can't really do it on an even number. So. What we're going to do. What did I do? Oh yeah. Let's try that again. I just want to see something here. Does it expand it? Does it double its size? No, it does not double its size. So, let's take a look at our room. Let's go views. Enable the use of views. Port on screen. So I've got it wrong way. I got to go 320 to 200. I forgot to enable its use. 640. Actually, I'm going to go 960 to 600. Just so it's visible. Just so it's all beautiful. And we'll call her a day. And then we'll go like that. Let it do its thing. Boopida boopida. That's okay. About right. So there we have the. We're just gonna make this a mouse game. So there's no real interaction any other way, other than clicking with the mouse or whatever. So we have two balls on there. We don't need them. We're gonna get rid of them. Delete. Delete. So what we do need is a controller. So I'm gonna create a sprite for now. What I'm gonna do is this is gonna be the walls. It's going to be visible. So it's not going to bounce directly off the top or the bottom, or the balls aren't going to bounce directly off those. But they are going to bounce off the top and the bottom. So I'm going to go sprite. Let me think here. Sprite. Wall. Let's edit the sprite. So since we have it 320 wide, I'm going to go new. I'm going to go 320 by 16. And this will sit at the top and the bottom. Not 160, 116. So. Let's go like this. Oh, we have a roundy corner guy. Let's go like that. I'm going to choose that and a gray, a light gray. I'm going to make sure I'm at 0, 0. And it's a little too round. I'm going to go like so. I'm just going to make a hard square. Why not? Come on. Where's my... Do it. Okay. we are golden. So that will represent the top and the bottom. In this object, I'm not going to bother trying to figure out, a good center point because I don't need it. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to create the objects in there already. So I'm going to go create object, obj, wall, and it will have this. And I'm also going to have a controller. Now this will basically monitor the balls, keep track of the score, draw the score, and it doesn't matter. We don't care about what the sprite is. It needs to stay visible because once we put a draw event in, it overrides the current draw. So we have to draw our own stuff. I'm just going to go like this. Draw scores and stuff. Okay. So, visible depth minus $1 million. So it's going to always draw right at the top. Always. That's what we want to do. So what I might do, object ball, we're not going to create any of those. Object wall, those are skinny guys. You know what we'll do is we're going to go like this. We're going to go objects. I'm going to snap. My snaps are going to be 16. And I'm going to toss a Walla Walla. 2 Walla Wallas. Okay, snap X. Snap Y should be 8, I guess. And we put an object there. They sit at the top and the bottom. And I'm going to throw a controller in there too. You won't see it. So let's take a look at what she appears. How she appears. So we have a top and a bottom, and we have some space. We have some space to render some graphics, or to render a score. We have a play area inside here, right? So all that stuff's good. Let's go like that. Don't need to do that. So we will. Oops, what's that? Don't want that. The fuck. Shit. I can't select it. Okay. See. Why? Oh, because it's still running. That's why. Okay. So anyways, that's all we need. We're gonna, inside the controller object, we're gonna create. We may not even need to look at the room again until, well, whatever. Let's go add event, create. We're gonna create the paddles. Right, so when the controller is created, it's gonna run this code. Let's create the paddles. Okay, so for the AI paddle, let's make some objects here. So, obj AI paddle. So this is the computer enemy. We know that that's that. We know that he is visible. We know that he's going to stay on top of some stuff. We don't need anything yet from him. Let's create an object. and that. And again, minus 1,000. So the logic will be different for both. Both of them will have a limiter on where it can go, but other than that, let's see here. So draw is not going to be affected. Well, let's create the paddles. Let's go like this. So we're going to create a variable called TMP, and just by inference, we don't really need to declare it first. We're just going to reference it temporarily. So I always use TMP. So we want to go, we have a 320 by 200 playfield. We're going to create the AI paddle first. So I want it to be 16 pixels over. So 16, comma, I'm going to put it right dead nut center. So that's 160. And it's going to be obj AI paddle. Now, if I so desire, I can fuck around with it. I can give it, I can make it move around. I can do anything I want with it at this point just by accessing the TMP variable. But I'm not going to. I'm going to give it a space. So 320 by 200. So 320, that's 304. Obj player paddle. Okay. So we are golden. Let's give it a shot. Okay. Not exactly what I anticipated. Oh, wait, yeah, 160. That's half of 320, not 200. Sorry. Doi. But anyways, they are in a safe space anyways. That's actually probably acceptable exactly where it is. But, so, I guess what we can do is we can start getting the player 1 moving. When we get the player moving. So he's always going to be active, whether the game is on or not or what. And actually, just when you start the game, it's going to be the game on anyways. We're just going to do a quick job here. Let's go player paddle. Pardon me. Put it in the step event. I don't know. Let's just see if mouse y equals mouse y. If y is less than, okay, so we have 15, 16, 32, less than 32, then y equals 32. If y is more than, I think you're 200, that's 196 or 194. That's, God, I'm dumb sometimes. 88, that's 178. Should be right. 32. What's 200 minus 32? Oh, 168. I'm a big dope. 168. Y equals 168. I have a feeling that the bottom one will overlap, or the top one will overlap a little bit. I'll move it 1 pixel if I need to. Let's just see what happens. Let's try her. Okay. Yeah. 1 pixel. Yeah, 1 pixel that way. So, let's try it one more time. Let's just correct it. So, more than 167. 167. Less than 32. 31. There we go. That should have worked. Let's try it. Okay, so that should work. See, it just butts right up against the ends here. That's perfect. It shows with the ball going in the back. I mean, you got a split of 8 there. We'll put some AI on that poor bastard. So what we'll do first, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make it so that you click the button and it'll shoot a ball in a random direction. And we'll do some of the ball physics too. So, and also the paddles are going to be the ones that react to the ball. So we will go like so. The controller, we're going to go give it an event. Keyboard, mouse, left pressed. So when it gets pressed, it will do this. So TMP equals instance create. So 160, 100. So right dead center screen, obj ball. Now we're going to give it a direction. We have to define the object. A random direction, 360 degrees. And we are going to go random speed. So we're going to go 3 plus random 3. That looks good. Let's do it. Ooh. What are you talking about? Oh, doy. I forgot to put that. Okay. It's not reacting to the mouse movement. Let's change the event. Sometimes you have to go into asynchronous, I believe. Let me see here. Or no, what is it? It is other. No. It's something other. Mouse. Global mouse. There we go. Global left pressed. There we go. For whatever reason, it doesn't react to the same thing. Even though mouse Y works. I don't know. Okay. Yeah. I see ya. Do it. Okay. See? Weird. Wonder. There we go. So, let's talk to the wall here. Let's go. So, if it hits the wall, you're not going to hit multiple walls. Let's go like this. Let's go add event, collision with a ball. Only thing we need it to do is we need it to go, or V speed. Let's see if that works. There we go. So now it bounces off the walls. Provided they don't go too fast. Like get stuck inside the wall. If it was going even that fast isn't that too bad. Okay. So let's give. I'm going to go into object player paddle here. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to talk about hitting the ball. So control. Okay. So we have to think about where it's hitting. The center of the ball. So I don't care if I'm hitting the ball as it's moving away from me. Right? I don't want to be able to get it trapped inside my paddle. Like I could if I get it trapped against the wall. So if I trap it against the wall and it's stuck inside my paddle, that's no good. So what I'm going to do is if h speed is less than 0, so if it's moving away from the player paddle, then exit. We don't need nothing. We don't need nothing from you. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, h speed, I'm going to go, other, if, okay, other point h speed multiply equals 1 point minus 1 point. There we go. So we're going to reverse the speed, but we're also what you're going to do is I think here I want to be able to retain its overall velocity. So I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell it that its direction is going to be somewhere, let's say, equals 180 plus other point x minus x, or y, sorry. Because the center of the paddle and the center of the thing will be a difference. So we can multiply that after. I'm going to go like this. I'm going to put a multiplier in there already. So just for simplicity's sake. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. And that way it retains its velocity, but not... it's also limited in how it can move. Let's just see here. It's a little bit narrow. I have a feeling that the direction is correct. The direction is correct, but the multiplier is not. So we're going to double that. We're going to double that. And we'll have the same rule for the AI paddle. I mean, it won't be subject to different rules, but the way it will work. See, I'm going to make it so that you can actually summon multiple balls, so that and the AI can react to it. I'm kind of interested to see how I can do that. Yeah, it's still like I should be able to send it careening off. I guess it makes it more of a volley. And I could impart into the ball that, or into the logic of the ball that it doesn't. Send it at 90 degrees or something. Like, it's not likely, but I can see it. I can see it happening. Also, another thing I'm going to do is, let's go like this. I'm going to create a new object. Shadow ball. I'm going to give it the same sprite as the ball. Also, I'm going to create, when I create it, I'm going to go control, like that. I'm going to go image speed equals 0. Or I'm going to go 0.125. Let's just see how this looks. So add event, step. And we're going to go control. Let's go like this. So I'm going to slowly reduce its alpha. I'm going to give it 10 frames of alpha. If so, I'm going to destroy it just because. I'm going to destroy it. It's just there for flavor, so that the ball has a trail, and the depth will be minus 900, slightly under everything. That'll be good. Let's see what happens, and then let's make the ball the better. Add event. You need a step event anyways. Control. So whenever it's around, it's going to be, let's go TMP equals instance create x comma y comma shadow ball. So every frame it's moving, it will create a shadow ball of itself. See what happens here. And I'll give it a nice trail. Should, anyways. Be kind of weird looking, maybe. That's kind of neat. Maybe I'll make the frame 0. Looks good. Maybe I'll do this. Like this. Obj ball. And shadow ball. And so I'll choose the second frame. I think that'll work. Let's see what happens. That's kind of neat. I like that. I can live with that. Okay. So, anyways, I think we're going to call her a day on this one. On the next one, I think what we'll do is we will do scorekeeping. We'll keep the ball within bounds, destroying the ball if it exits bounds or does something weird. And maybe get the AI player working. Anyways, this has been ATrueNerd here. You guys have a good day or night or whatever happens to be, and remember to keep on making. Good night.